Hi everybody! Today it's finally time to review my camper van. It's a 1978 Ford Transit Mk1, so it's one of the very last Mk1 produced because in 1978 already the new Mk2 arrived. This is an original Westfalia conversion. So Westfalia is a company that probably most of you know because of their Volkswagen-based camper vans. But Westfalia also produced camper vans based on other models like this Ford Transit, but only a handful have been produced. And I don't have the exact production figures. I would be very interested to know these details. So if any one of you can provide them, please let me know in the comments below. According to some old Westfalia brochures, you could choose from different layouts: short wheelbase or long wheelbase, high roof or pop-up roof, and different layouts for the furniture. But let's start with a walk around the car. The color is called Nevada Beige and it is one of 11 colors that you could choose from in 1978. I think it fits very well for the camper van. I really like the front of the Mk1 with its vintage style headlights. It looks much older than 1978, which is not really surprising because the Transit Mk1 had its debut already in 1965. My version was called Wannsee. I have the short wheelbase FT100 chassis with the big pop-up roof, and the Wannsee was intended for couples, not families. So you have just one decent sized bed and you just have the front doors and the big door at the back side. So there are no side doors to enter the interior, which is sometimes not absolutely convenient. I love all the stickers on the roof, which are like a history file of the van. I bought it first-hand from an old couple and they had traveled all around Europe with this camper van, and luckily they documented every trip with such a sticker. Of course, we decided to continue with that tradition, so all the stickers on the right hand side are from our journeys in the last 2 years, and we traveled to Italy for 2 times and also to Switzerland, to France, to Austria, and in Germany along the river Rhine. Let's first have a look inside so you get the first impression what the interior looks like. And that's what it looks from inside. The best feature of the van is of course the pop-up roof, so I want to show you how it works. You have to unscrew 4 locks here. 1, 2, and on the other side. After that, you push it up with 2 hands. A super easy procedure, and now you have a height of 190 or 6 foot 3 inch, and that's really plenty of headroom without having to duck the head. There is a little bit of storage area on the top of the cabin, but as soon as you lower the roof there is not much space left, so there is just a couple of centimeters and not so much space up there. Very clever are the 2 windows in the canvas. You can open them with a zip and they provide a very good ventilation, and yet they are nearly invisible from outside. Okay, what kind of camping equipment did Westfalia include? Here on the left hand side we have a wardrobe with a big mirror, and under this cover there are the gas bottles. Here on the right hand side at the bottom is a fridge which is operated by either gas or 12 volt or 220 volt electric. Above it is a drawer for the dish. And hidden on top of it is a wash basin and a gas cooker, which I will show you now how to open that. Just open two security clips, this one here and this one here, and it's ready to fold open. The wash basin has an electric pump, and the freshwater tank is just here behind the passenger seat, and the wastewater just drains through a pipe below the car. And the gas cooker is still fully functional, but we never use it because I think we would just spoil the seats and the interior. So we have bought a mobile camping cooker which we just use outside. I think that's the much better solution. And down here is the original Trumatic gas heater. The main storage areas are here below the seats. On the left hand side we have our bedding stuff and the outdoor furniture. And on the right hand side we have pots and camping cooker and other stuff. As the van is the short wheelbase, there is no space for an equally long seat on the right hand side. You just couldn't open the fridge anymore. You see here. So that's why Westfalia invented this box. We use it to store food. And if you want to open the fridge, you have to move this box. And then you can open the fridge. That's not really the most convenient solution, but in fact you get used to it. The van can comfortably seat 4 persons, and the table can be adjusted with these 2 fastening screws. Like this. Conversion for sleeping is not so complicated, but you have to be a little bit articulate. So first you have to dismantle the table. And fix the tabletop in this position here. The food storage box goes back in line with the seats, and then you fill the space with these 2 boards here, a small one and a bigger one. And then all that's left to do is fold down the backrest upholstery, and you have a bed sized 160 by 180 or 5 foot 3 by 6 foot. That's it, not so complicated. For privacy, every window has yellow curtains. And There are also curtains behind the seats. The van is also equipped with 3 12-volt lamps, like this here, another one here and here, and one of them is also operated with 220 volts. So when you are at a camping site and you have the possibility to plug into 220 volts, you can use that as well. So, the cockpit has a quite basic equipment, but luckily it is still in a completely original and very good condition. So even the cloth seats have never been restored. We have just added these aftermarket headrests because we had a little bit of concerns about our safety. There is just one big instrument, that's the speedometer, and there is a fuel gauge and a gauge for the water temperature. Then here are a few randomly placed switches and buttons. This is the light switch. This one is the windscreen wiper. Okay, let's take it on a test drive. There is no power steering, so maneuvering at low speed is hard work. The Transit has a 4-speed manual gearbox. It's easy to shift, but on the motorway you really miss a 5th gear to reduce the noise and to reduce the revs. My Transit has a 1.7-liter petrol V4 engine with 65 horsepower. That may sound a little bit underpowered for a camper van, but in reality for everyday traffic it is enough. And even on mountain roads, I never had the situation that it failed to climb up a hill. Official top speed is 110 kilometers per hour or 68 miles per hour, but a healthy speed to travel is 90 kilometers per hour or 55 miles per hour. Then it is not too loud and it doesn't feel stressed. There are no 0 to 60 times available, so I would say let's try to find out now without killing the engine or killing the transmission. My assumption would be something around 30 seconds maybe. And start. Okay, that was now 40 seconds, 10 seconds slower than what I have expected. But maybe it just feels much faster than it really is in reality. I mean, not so bad. Fuel consumption is very moderate. We always need 10.8 liters per 100 kilometers when we are on a long journey. That's about 22 miles per gallon US or 26 miles per imperial gallon. And that's really not much for a 40-year-old camper van with a petrol engine. The seat are very comfortable even on long journeys, and so is the suspension. I mean, it's very soft. Of course you cannot expect the handling like in a sports car, but in fact it corners more precisely than probably most people would think, and it's even fun to drive on twisted roads, as long as you have stored your camping equipment well enough in the backside. Okay, that was the review about my Transit Westfalia camper van. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.